And welcome back to the Create Mod here on Music Free Gaming, and it is great to have you here. And it's finally happening, y'all. I am so excited. I'm finally building that Froglight farm I've always wanted. So, this is great. I've got a few of the frogs behind me, which is great. I need to get the other two colors over here. And I've got the magma cube spawner behind me, which, yes, this is Create Mod, and you can move spawners around if you're really careful about how you do it. So, the next thing to do is to get started on the actual farm, and oh, this is going to be fun. Yeah, so I had to go on the Great Frog Hunt. And for those of you who can count, I only have 3 frogs. I have no idea where the 4th one went. I know one of them went walkabout. It was all the way over the other side of that hill. I have no idea where the 4th one is. For all I know, it's in New Jersey. And nobody wants to be in New Jersey except for these frogs. So, you know, yeah, see, there they go. They're hopping. So I may find that 4th frog just wandering around the world somewhere, but I really only need 3 of each type to make the farm work. So that's fine. So on stream the other day, I built this giant box. Now, this is going to be the basis of the drop chute for the magma cubes. Now, like any spawner, it spits out like 4 blocks in each direction and 3 blocks up and down. Or 5 blocks. It's a 9 block wide square, so it's 9 by 9 by 3. You put the spawner in the middle, and then anything that spawns in it's going to plop down, which is going to be great. Now, these are magma cubes. Fall damage makes 0 difference to these guys. So, I don't need this to be this deep. But I thought it might be good just to dig it out since I had the digger over here. And that'll give me room to get in underneath for collection and stuff like that. So, I'm going to get started on this, but I think I don't like the stone. I don't like the stone at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some quartz, and I think we'll change out at least the top, I don't know, 4 or 5 layers for quartz, and then we'll see how it goes. All right, so I'm down here at the bottom of what'll be the drop area, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line this with chutes. Now, what I think I want to do here, I guess I don't really have to crouch, but what the plan is the magma cubes, no, I guess I do need to crouch. The magma cubes are going to drop down onto the chutes here. And that's where the frogs are going to be wandering around, just minding their own business. So, waiting for a free lunch. Now, the good news is chutes are a full block tall. I jumped into creative to double check this, but chutes are a full block tall. So the medium-sized magma blocks, or magma cubes, medium-sized magma cubes will be able to sit and have their heads sitting peacefully in the snow. So, because that's just how these farms work. You load them up with some powdered snow. The magma blocks or magma cubes drop into it. I'm going to make that mistake a lot, y'all. Anyway, the magma cubes are going to drop in here. They'll get shrunk down, and then the frogs will eat them. And it's going to be nice. All right, this is always the question is like, I have options. I don't know what to do with all of those options. I'm sure some of these options would be really, really good, and I just don't know what any of them are. So we'll go with the first random thing that crosses my mind, I guess, or maybe the second, or possibly even the third. Now that I've got at least the basics of a collection system in, the part that isn't going to change, I've got the chutes and I've got some mechanical belts underneath. I'm going to pull in some frogs. These are the green ones that I bred up in the ends the other day. So I'm just going to tie them off here. And then the next thing I need to do is go get the white frogs and the orange frogs and get them all in here too, so that I will be able to get all of the many colors of Froglights. Got some frogs in tow, and I've walked into a tree. Okay, no, seriously, I've got some frogs in tow. Let's get them into the farm, because I really don't need frogs falling into my iron farm. They wouldn't die. They would, because the lava's above their heads, unless the frog is stupid enough to jump into the lava, which, you know, they probably are, to be fair. Frogs are not exactly the sharpest critters in the bunch, but at least they wouldn't just go on their own, probably. Well, these frogs are annoying. Turns out I put a nice little thing here just to keep them in place. Nah, they're just jumping on top of the wall. Frogs, man. This should be simple. Should be easy. No, they're just gonna hop all over my best laid plans. Okay, so I've got the frogs in. I've got a temporary roof on here to keep them in place. The next step is going to be to start layering snow. Now, this is powdered snow, which is, you know, fun. Okay, yep, I guess that one's going there. Now, the powdered snow, this is what's going to kill the magma block, or magma cubes. Again, I said I was going to make that same mistake the whole time. Yep, there it is. Anyway, so the big magma cubes and the medium-sized ones are all tall enough, they'll get caught up in this and they'll freeze and they'll break up into the little bitty magma cubes. And then the frogs will take care of those. And so those frogs will then go munchy munchy. And I will then have Froglights, which is the whole idea behind this farm of magnificence here. So I'm going to go ahead and... That was a fun clang. I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of this snow in place. And then we'll see what I can do about the next step. And the snow layer is in. That's 81 buckets of powdered snow. And occasionally you can see the little frog heads pop out. But the snow keeps them from jumping too high. So that's great. The next thing I guess we're going to have to do is figure out where the spawner is going to go. And get that guy over here, which means I probably have to move a bunch of stuff over there. But that's okay. We'll get the spawner at least where it's supposed to be, and then we'll worry about... I'm not going to take it off the train yet, but at least I'm just going to move it over here so I know where I want it. The spawner is... Well, it's not in place yet, but it's where I want it. So it's still attached to the train. And because it's attached to the train, the spawner is disabled. Now, once I come in here and say disassemble train, then I'm going to have a problem. Okay? Then I have to work fast to clean out this train and clean out the blocks here around it. But I suppose actually what I could do too is put in a temporary roof to disable the spawner, just like I did in the bastion itself. So that when I disassemble this, the spawner will be in a place that is not where it's locked. So that's probably a good idea. All right, cool. Well, we'll add the roof, and I think we'll add a little bit of add some glass and stuff around this too, because build up what this is going to look like. 7 by 7 is 49 because I can do math. Yes, I can. I can do math. Sometimes I have that skill. That is a thing I went to school for. Mathematics is something I am theoretically good at. I have a piece of paper that says I am theoretically good at math. Yeah, that turns out not really, but, theoretically, we'll go with it. Ugh, turning it into a face. Accidental faces, man. They happen constantly. You gotta be on the lookout for them, I suppose, but it's all right. It looks cool anyway, and Ooh, I'm going to like this. This is going to look so nice when it's done. So I'm in free cam here around, which is going to be the magma spawner. And got a roof on it. I think the building itself is pretty much done. I need to get in and get some glass in place because I need to get the train out and all that good stuff. But I think I'm at a point where I can disassemble the train and make that spawner actually exist. Now I've got this dirt layer right here, which I think will keep the spawner inactive, right? It disables the spawner. Because unlike like a zombie spawner, which needs light to turn it off, the magma cube spawners use a roof. Okay, because in the bastion, they've got lava all around them, right? So here's where things are going to get really, really fun. So I'm going to disassemble the train. All right, there it is. The spawner is now lit. And I'm going to wait here just a minute and just see if it spits out a magma cube. Because that is going to be the danger here, right? I need to clear all of this rail out. I need to clear all the stone out. And there are no magma cubes. Okay, perfect. All right. It's time to clean up my mess. So I'll clean this up, get the rest of this glass in place, take all the stone out. Oh, and then I should be pretty close. Should be very, very close. Oh, this is going to be so exciting. Yep, the roof did its job. I was able to get all of the, get the train and all that stuff out of there. So I think the next thing I want to do is run some power over here so that I can get my collection system started, or at least the temporary collection system. Then once that's in place, I can take the roof off and let the magma flow. All right, so I have a temporary storage setup in place. Those ones, I know they're pointing the wrong way. I'm going to wait till I get some Froglights and magma cream and stuff to set the filters, and then I'll set them to suck up stuff. So now it is time to come in here and remove the roof and get these magma cubes spawning. And then start feeding the frogs. This is going to be fun. So now we'll just, this is why I made it out of dirt. So this is going to be quick and easy to clean up. Yeah, you saw the magma cube spawn over there? Yep. And I did it with dirt so that I don't accidentally use a pickaxe and break the spawner, because that would be bad. Okay. And now, and we'll just put those in place. And let's go take a look at what's happening down inside the farm. All right, and there we go. We've got a couple of magma cubes down here. And yeah, you see them start to freeze. There they are. Now they're tiny. And now the frogs, there they go. You can kind of see them. Now it's open season, man. They're eating all the magma cubes, which is awesome. And there they come. There they come. So I'm starting to get some Froglights. Oh, perfect. Of course, I don't have room in my inventory for the Froglights. With our powers combined. Okay, cool. So now, that was overly dramatic, but that's okay. So that's the pearlescent ones. These are the, that's a block of quartz. I mean, blocks of quartz are nice and all, but grab those. Oh, and hey, look, magma creams. Cool. So the magma cream, we'll go ahead and just slap there. We'll get the green ones and the ochre ones. And now I can come in here with my handy dandy wrench, turn these all around, and now it'll sort, which is perfect. And look at this. I've got a fairly steady line of frog gunk coming in here. So nice. Oh, very nice. Very, very nice. Oh, and that is going to do it. I am so excited for this thing. I can't tell you, man. But I think we're done for today. So remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel. You could even turn on notifications. It's okay. It really is. It's cool. And until next time, be excellent to each other. And this is Music Free Gaming signing off.